Hello again. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. I wanted to share some more messages before calling it a night. It is very late. I'm not even going to mention the time because I should be sleeping, but I have messages and I don't want to add to the backlog of messages that I already have. So I said, let me squeeze one in and call it a night. Okay. I just turned the page and I don't know if I should laugh or brace myself to see where this is going. I'm glad I have my other phone close by because I think I might have to do a quick research to see the reason for this first line here. Before I get into anything, let me, be polite by saying I hope you're doing well wherever it is you are. And I do appreciate you tuning in, okay? And the messages lately, yeah, if you have been tuning in, you'll see it for yourself, okay? I'm not going to take no time to do no recap right now. I want to keep this as short as possible. But perhaps tomorrow I'll kind of do a recap for those who are just coming on board. And just to make sure I covered all grounds. So those two sayings I just said might mean something, because I know in another message I said idioms. There's something about idioms, hence why my titles have been the way they have been. Okay, so everything is happening for a reason here. Okay, everything is divine guidance here. Like, this is a message, but it's also a clarification, okay, a disclaimer as well. It all applies. That's also a message. I'm not even reading from the page yet. This is, the channel is already on. That's why I said let me sit down and let the spirit flow, because spirit wants to speak to the church. Okay, let those who have ears to hear what the spirit has to say. Okay. The first thing on this, did I just show you? I'll show you again. You see that? No soup for you. It's been years, but of course I know where that quote is from. It's from Seinfeld, okay? And Kramer is the one who was denied soup. But I don't remember the reason why the chef said no soup for you. What did Kramer do? So let me try to pull that up quickly. Why no soup for Kramer? Or why no soup for you? Let me see what that says. Okay. The phrase no soup for you is a famous catchphrase from the sitcom Seinfeld, specifically from the 1995 episode The Soup Nazi. Okay. It's said by a highly temperamental soup vendor, Yev Kasim, who refuses to serve people who don't follow his strict ordering rules. What a refreshing... let me finish it. I'm not done. The saying became a popular cultural phenomenon, representing a situation where someone is denied something due to their own mistake or being on the wrong side of a strict set of rules. My Lord, I love you so much. Okay, there's truly no confusion with you. Okay, and all these divine revelations that you have given me, I see. I can't deny what I see. So all glory unto you, my Lord, your eternal majesty. Hallelujah. As you can see here, this sums up what I just recently uploaded. I think that video is called Cat in the Hat, Cat Out the Bag, Cat Got Your Tongue. Okay, a lot of child's play there. and idioms as well. Somebody's an idiot. Okay. Let's look at this again and pull out what we could pull out that connects to what has already been channeled. Okay. The soup Nazi. Somebody who's temperamental. So when I hear the soup Nazi, you know, like I don't want to keep using that word. So authoritarian. Okay, this is giving me somebody who's very authoritarian. Okay, highly temperamental, so moody. Okay, you know you have something that the people want. You're holding on to something that's good that the people want. Clearly, we want soup. I know I personally love soup. And you know what I haven't had in a very long time due to these exorbitant prices of groceries is a nice good pot of soup. Yeah, yeah. I can't even, I don't even, I'm sure if I truly make a sacrifice, but every now and then I used to like to support this small business called Better Jerk. I used to like to buy the soup on a Thursday, and it's been months because I just can't afford it. It does not fit into the budget. Okay, so somebody's holding on to something here, holding on to power, obviously, the power to control the economy, the power to control supply. Okay, and clearly there is a great demand, limited supply, and the supply that's limited, the prices are up because of inflation. Okay, so this is somebody, again, which I said in the last reading, who is abusing their power. They're taking it a little bit too far. They have a God complex, and I want to say that God is jealous. Okay, God doesn't like when anyone tries to infringe on his divine authority. Okay, because God is the one that places kings up, sets them up in high places. Okay, nothing is being done without my Lord's approval. Okay, so let's not even give the enemy room to think that it has power that it does not have. This power that you think you have has been given to you by the Most High God. Okay, and God will set you up. Setup is a very emphasis on setup. Okay, but God will set you up, give you the desires of your heart, put you in a position to test your heart, to try your reins, okay? And God's going to see if you're going to be inflated with ego, okay? Inflated with too much pride, puffed up, you know, with a haughty spirit, okay? So it's almost like a setup. God will set you up as a setup for a drop, okay? And God will warn you that I'm very much apt to do this. But if you follow my commandments, I won't do this. Okay, I reward those who obey my instruction and adhere to my commandments. Okay, but once your ego gets too big and you start believing that you have a power that is just immune to you or just given you're going too far. You've gone too far. Okay, you've gone too far, and I think for someone, their authority is going to be taken away from them because they have become such a nuisance to the Lord my God. And now I understand why I was led to write the title of a video I posted, Small Doses of Wrath. You're going to see the outpouring of wrath, okay? And it's because of you, okay? It's because of your big ego, your narcissism. I think that's why I felt led to show my book, because it is titled Rhymes Unspoken, From Narcissism to Spiritual Wisdom. Okay, this is a journey somebody needs to be on. Somebody needs to be reminded that God sets up kings but pulls those kings down when necessary. Somebody needs that friendly reminder. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so he refuses to serve people who don't follow his strict ordering rules. Okay? It's a situation where someone is denied something due to their own mistake. Okay? Emphasis on own mistake. or being on the wrong side of a strict set of rules. So we have God's rules. We know what God's rules are. And depending, okay, generally we should all be aware what the 10 commandments are, I hope. This channel again is for adults. Okay, so I think we're still in the generation that should have even like some residue of the Bible, God's word. So we know generally about the 10 commandments. If you are more deeply into the Torah, okay, I think it's like 613, 620 if you add all that rabbinic law stuff, okay? But we know that God has rules. God has instructions. There are precepts that we must know and follow, apply, and all this stuff, okay? For those who are called according to his purpose, for those who are under covenant in relationship, okay? You know who it is you are, okay? You know you have God's rules and we have man-made rules. I mean, God gives man positions and space and authority, and you could do what you want to do at your will, okay? And that affects the people, how you choose to exhibit or express, use, apply, whatever word you want to choose, how this power is manifested, okay? You have to choose whose rules are more you have to pick a side. I think the last reading, the King of Swords came out on the side, like I said. You have to pick a side here. Clearly, there's a side to choose. We got to choose this day who we're going to serve. Okay, are we going to serve this kingdom of darkness? All right? We know we do not wrestle with flesh and blood, but there are principalities. There are powers, rulers of darkness, these wicked forces, okay? Highly influential people sitting in these high places looking down, playing us like we're toys, like we're children, but we are children of God, okay? And my Lord is sovereign king. I don't know about you. Okay, so all this toying, no wonder I think something came out about they are toying with you. Absolutely. They are toying with us, allegedly. Okay? So you have to decide, is it God's rules or their rules? Okay, because you can't serve two masters here. You cannot serve two masters. You got to pick one. Is it going to be God or is it going to be mammon? Is it going to be greed for money, for power, for success, for prominence, prestige, just materialistic acquisition? Are you going to have a tight grip on those things that are temporal, those things that God is ready to take away from many of you? Many of you, yeah, you rich, wealthy, and wicked ones. Spoke about you on my TikTok. Warned you that if you don't start doing the right thing, making amends where you need to make amends, following somebody's rules here, you know whose rules I'm talking about, certain things are going to be taken away from you. Some people cannot say that they have not been warned. Not only do we have the word here fulfilling day by day before our eyes, okay, but God has his servants. Okay, God has his messengers, all his prophets going out, giving warnings, giving exhortations, okay, reminding people about what's to come. Telling people that they need to repent, they need to turn from their wicked ways. You cannot say you have not been warned. Okay, so here we have the no soup for you. I think this is like the Most High is saying some people are going to be denied some service. Okay, and since I'm talking about the Most High God, hallelujah, bless the name of my Lord. This could be talking about heavenly things. This could be talking about the covenant promises for the children of Israel. Okay, but there are others. I told you I've been mentioning others. There are others who are not under the promise. There are others who are not going to be grafted in, okay, because they are unbelievers. There are going to be others who are left behind. Okay, there are going to be others who are going to suffer the famine. No soup for you. Okay, because you are not sharing the resources. You are not considering the poor and needy. You are not using your authority in the manner in which the Lord expected you to use it. Okay? And I'm hearing enough is enough. No soup for you. Okay? And this is both your own mistake for feigning ignorance, acting like you don't know what the divine rules are, what the commandments are. Okay? And it's also being on the wrong side of strict set of rules. So whoever you pledge allegiance to, okay, whoever you went into contract with, whoever it is you're working for, whoever your handlers are, okay, you have to decide who is going to be your master. Okay? That was all challenge. This is a challenge. This is a challenge for me. But let me get to the notes here, because that was just all channeling. I don't know where that came from, but I hope whoever needs the memo gets the memo. Okay, whoever needs to hear this, I hope the message reaches you just fine. Okay, you're on the side, King. You're on the wrong side, King. And if you do not repent in time, you might be laid down on your side, okay? Because you're laid down, okay? So you might be laid down, okay? Or you got to lay something down, lay it to rest till I'm laid to rest, okay? So listen, King, I don't know. You can't say you have not been warned, okay? Yeah. Moving on here. So no soup for you. Let me see if there's anything else here. Based on a real life soup shop owner? Wow, okay. Who was known for his strict ordering system. Strict ordering system. I don't know. The word famine is floating through my mind. I don't want to incite any fear. Okay, like let anybody know that there's going to be some scarcity of some kind. Okay, some food shortage, or just an increase in price where you won't be able to access things that you normally would be able to. Okay, or this could be some kind of new system being ushered in that will monitor how you go about getting access to food and other things, other amenities. Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep, but I want to at least go through the page to know that I did my due diligence. I did my part, okay? Because I'm just a servant, okay? Okay, let me see if there's anything else here. So strict ordering system, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, because that does not sound right. But again, it sounds in total, what's the word? Conformity, or in alignment with what's written in the Bible about what's to come, right? So strict ordering system. Okay, so Yev Kasim says no soup for you as a punishment when customers violate his rules, such as by ordering incorrectly or not paying the extra for bread. Oh my gosh, this is giving famine. This is giving tariffs. And maybe that's why I was led to do a food bank, because that kind of came out of nowhere. That wasn't my initial plan for the fundraiser and my missionary work. First, it just was to just do community outreach and provide some, small stipends and do giveaways and do, like, it wasn't supposed to be anything grand, okay? But almost out of nowhere, the idea came to me that I need to start getting barrels and shipping them back home to Jamaica. So that's why the mission is titled Kingston 13 Restoration Project. Of course, I haven't raised any funds. I was only able to purchase one barrel so far with my own personal money, and I said, you know what, it will just be a slow takeoff. But I'm committed nonetheless. I don't know when this barrel will be ready to ship. I'm not even thinking about the shipping costs yet. I already know that's going to cost me an arm and probably a leg too. Okay, but I'm just looking at the barrel and wondering if I could keep it under 2,000 to fill, because 500 will not even go halfway of this barrel. It's a large barrel, but to think that $500 cannot fill a barrel, and that it'll probably cost $500 to ship the barrel. That's gonna take me months, but whatever. Okay, but that idea did come to me that I need to do like some kind of little food bank in my community where I'm from. Okay, so I'm just putting these things out there, not trying to scare anyone, make anyone feel insecure. Okay, but this could be one nation who does a lot of importing, exporting, a lot of trade. There's some trade agreement here that's, in contention with somebody for not following their orders. Or this could be God saying, listen, if you're not following my orders, you're not going to get the provision. You're not going to get the restoration. Like, you're going to be out there under their system, and their system is restrictive, their system is oppressive, their system is abusive, their system is going to have you as a slave, allegedly. Okay? I don't know, I just feel like the government's faking the funk on a lot of things. Okay? They're not on the side of the people. And I know that's nothing new. Okay? But you would think that there'll be a select few within the corrupted government that would have some empathy and would try to do the right thing. But anyhow, what do I know? Cultural impact. The line was so memorable that it entered the cultural lexicon as a way to humorously deny someone something. Okay, so they find it funny to deprive people of something. They find, like I said in the last video, it came out that there was some kind of sick pleasure, some satisfaction here that they got out of seeing people in misery, seeing people in distress, seeing people scared, afraid, just experiencing the anxiety that you're not going to be able to survive. Like, they're watching us and they're finding abusement. In the last couple of readings, one of the things channel was Get Out, the movie, and then there Get Out, the zoo. Okay, so we are their entertainment. And I'm also hearing Hunger Games. See, this is food related. I'm hearing it's hunting season as well. The hounds are out. Okay, moving on to the notes. That's enough of you, Soup Nazi. Okay, whatever comes to your mind when you hear this saying or Soup Nazi. Yeah, because I'm hearing there's more to it, but I want to get to this. Okay, you already get the gist. This is deprivation. This is control. Okay, this is the misuse and abuse of authority. Okay, this is a sick joke for many people. Okay, there's something on the last page that I'm calling to bring out. Some people need to be careful, okay? Because I'm seeing here his followers, which is the followers of Jesus, the real one, okay? Um, some may be turned over to councils, okay? And when you hear councils, this is nothing friendly, okay? So be careful. Be careful, okay? Yeah. Theology of suffering looking at me again. They set the stage to mimic a theology of suffering. That was the mission, okay? To show you what the persecution of a believer looks like, or stage that to get some kind of proclamation, though. They thought they were going to get something more. I don't know what in the energy harvesting is going on here, but this sickens me to my core. So let me hurry up and get out of here and go get some sweet sleep. Okay. Um, we have he figured out the clues. Okay. He figured out the clues. So you may have sent some kind of correspondence to someone. You may have tried to give somebody a warning, a heads up, share a prophecy, share a premonition. Okay, share a word, send a message, and maybe somebody's finally getting it, because I did talk about memo in the beginning. So maybe somebody is finally getting the memo, okay, and they figured out that you are sent, or what it is you are saying is true or it does resonate. All right. He figured out the clues is making me think about Blue's Clues, and I know that blue been coming up a lot. I wrote in blue as well, okay, a little bit, but seeing clues. Okay, stay there, Blue. It's late. Okay. Um, Lord, give me a sign. Okay, he figured out the clues, and they're shrieking, they're crying, or they're about to. There's something about, yeah, them just clamming up in shock at the revelation or disclosure of something. So maybe there's something in some kind of correspondence that is really unnerving someone here. I'm seeing that it's a revelation about someone's passing, like some premonition about someone's passing. Someone actually cried out, groaned, okay? Or when it happens, they will remember the correspondence that they received, and they're going to express the loudest groan of sorrow. This sound they have never uttered before. No one has ever seen this person cry, because it's audible, so like it's loud, okay? And this is coming from the depth of their soul, okay? This is intense distress, okay? But I'm hearing this person got a warning. I spoke a lot about in the beginning about warning, so this ties in that this person got a warning of this revelation or some kind of disclosure they received, and they did not take heed. They did not believe. Because remember, there's one being a believer here. They did not believe, okay? But they're about to see the unveiling of something, or the uncovering of something, okay? That this is divine truth, okay? That this is divine truth that was made known to them, okay? This is divine truth that is made known to you, and you are supposed to make it known to somebody, or you're about to have to tell somebody something that is going to happen very quickly, okay? And this is going to really give God some glory, because I'm seeing the revelation of Jesus Christ to the servants, or Christ is revealing himself to the servants, or Christ is giving his servants assignments right now, okay? So many of us, many of you should be getting downloads in whatever manner, means, ways that you get them, okay? That's what I'm hearing. Many of us are getting divine revelation at this time. Some people might be in the book of Revelation as well, and you're seeing things play out, okay? You're seeing things unfold. You're seeing things fulfill, okay? You could possibly see this incoming of a ordering system, okay? a strict ordering system. Okay, so follow the clues. Okay, don't be naive as well. Okay, a lot of people are going to really experience distress as well with what's coming, especially if you are not knowledgeable of what's coming. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Again, it's written in the book. You may not have understanding. I was going to say you may not understand it, and you need to pray for understanding. If you care, if you are a believer, or you feel drawn, like God is calling you, okay? You have to take heed, okay? You have to take heed. You have to take heed to something here, somebody, okay? Somebody's just going to wail. I see weeping. I see gnashing of teeth here, okay? Somebody getting wounded or just groaning in pain as if they were wounded. Okay, so this could be just a real sharp emotional blow, emotional wound. Okay, they did not believe that whatever it is they were told, whatever it is they read, would be true. And I'm hearing that this might turn somebody into a believer. This might make somebody realize that God is indeed true. Okay, a true and living God. Okay, this person is not in service of God, or somebody's about to be out of service. Again, no soup for you, so you're denied service. Okay, somebody figured out the clues and they're shrieking because they have been faking it, faking the funk here. I'm also hearing that. Okay, let's go into the 31 minutes. That's 3-1. That's like a 13-1-3. Okay, I'm alerted. Let's see what comes out the cards. Start with the Oracle deck, per usual. These messages have been so intense lately. A vacay would be nice, but who can afford a vacation in these times? Oh, yeah, of course. The rich, wealthy, and wicked. They can. Anyways, for somebody here, there's just something about you that showed itself before, is showing itself now. You might be a survivor, okay, of something here. Could be SA, since, you know, that kind of energy came out, okay? Or a survivor of the system. Oh my gosh. Because until I'm laid to rest, one of the lines that Buju Banton says is work 7 to 7, yet we're still penniless. And the food upon our table, Master God bless. Okay, so it's like you got to be thankful for the little bit you got, even if you're working. Okay, even if you're working, you're probably like paycheck to paycheck. Okay, God shall provide for his own. Okay, for those who believe. Okay, some of us might be in the wilderness, you know, eating manna. Some of us might be ungrateful, unsatisfied with the manna. Okay, you want some steak. Okay, but God says, humble thyself under his mighty hand. Okay, and he will exalt you in due time. And his spread, his banquet, his feast is incomparable. No activity. I don't know what that means. Is this a clump? Yeah, too clumpy. I'll take the top and bottom, please, Alex, for 1,000. No activity. Okay, is this going to be some kind of shutdown of something? Something's just not working anymore. There's no actionable items. Okay, something is just not working anymore. Something is to no avail. Something is futile. Something is in vain. Okay. And I think is avarice. Okay. Those 7 deadly sins, I tell you, gets us every time. Yep. According to the Bible, it'll get us every time. Only my Lord can give salvation and redemption. Okay. Didn't mean to get too preachy tonight, especially it being so late, but I guess that's part of the channeling. Okay, somebody needs to get the message. Somebody needs to get the memo. Somebody needs to check their email. Okay, somebody needs to check their email. Somebody overlooked something or just didn't tend to something, and by the time they get to it, it's too late. I can't say God didn't try to help. God always sends warnings. It's not his will for any of us to perish. No. So you have the choice as to who it is you're going to serve. Okay, is it going to be the kingdom of light or the kingdom of darkness? Because right now, this world is experiencing a cosmic clash, okay? There's wars going on in the heavens, all right? Because celestial bodies, they are aware of what's below, what's to come, and who's going to go. So take this as a warning. Can't escape the judgment. Can't escape the judgment. The Bible tells us that the wicked shall perish, okay? And they shall not rise up again. No activity. I'm hearing interruption to your scheduled programming. So this is another broadcast because my 311 card is out. I think even the 411 card is out. We shall see, okay? Because it seems like there's going to be some kind of interruption in a scheduling. I think I mentioned something about schedule. Something to the effect that AWOL, somebody was supposed to make an appearance. They didn't show up. Okay, so absent without leave. That's also coming to me. Okay, which is a reminder of a message that I gave last December. Okay, that would have been December 2024 over on my TikTok. Okay, and that was attributed to a message that came down in the number 86. Okay, and I think I encourage my viewers over there, my subscribers over there, to do their own research on the number 86 and just see what, they gather. I wanted to see at the time who was like-minded. Oh, all right, but now that's coming back up again. So this is a reminder of the message. Okay, the 86th message, a message that I've already shared months ago, almost a year now, because we're in October. Okay, so 10 months ago, so 10th, number 10, we know there's a completion. Something is kind of wrapping up. It's over. Okay, a new cycle begins. Okay, one cycle closes, a new cycle begins. Okay, so absent without official leave. And then Elohim. Okay, there's a lot of God talk today. Okay, so I think this message is really coming from the throne of the Most High. All right, somebody needs to get the message. Let's go to the cards. Majestic, you are. Oh, thank you, my Lord. So are you. Something is flourishing. We have dark practitioner involved. A witch doctor here. Excuse me. Put that over here. This is a word of knowledge, or somebody contains a word of knowledge, or didn't I not say that my people perish for lack of knowledge? So get that knowledge, okay? Get into your word, get into the Bible, okay? Stay abreast, stay current, okay? Study to show thyself approved, a workman who's not ashamed, okay? Rightly dividing the word, okay? Get that word of knowledge. Or maybe somebody's really flourishing in their studies at this time, okay? You're flourishing. This showed itself, now it's out. Maybe it's for me because I should be sleeping. OMG, insomnia is coming out. Okay, Lord, I get the message. I'll wrap this up. I'll wrap this up quickly. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. I cannot make this up. This is from Isaiah 45. Who is 45? I know right now there's a 47, but was 47 also 45? Okay, somebody could be 45 years old or 49, okay, or 54. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. So there, like I said, God seems to be jealous here, okay, because God sees that somebody else is thinking that they're God. And we know how God feels about anyone that tries to usurp his throne, okay? It's not going to end well with you, okay? Woe unto anyone that trespasses into God's terrain without being called. If God didn't come for you, don't. God didn't send for you, don't. No, the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's, and the Lord wins every time. Victory in Jesus. Hallelujah. Okay? And I said, I think in the last video, somebody needs to not worry about what anybody could do to them. Okay? Worry about your maker. That's the only one you need to worry about. And that maker is going to avenge your cause. It's going to protect you. Okay? And is surely going to let somebody know, again, that he's a true and living God. Don't test me. That's what I'm hearing. Like, don't test me. Don't dare me. Don't make me have to intervene. Don't make me have to get up off my throne to come and handle this. Human matters. Why does God have to handle human matters when people are in positions of power to handle their own affairs? But this situation, it seems like it needs divine intervention. If I rule the world, oh my God, I cannot make any of this up. You would not be a leader like this? Okay, back to the Isaiah 45:9. Okay, if we're not talking about 45, 4 plus 5 is 9, okay? And we know what 9 means, judgment. And then we have another 9, so that's double judgment, okay? This is about a world leader or a president or a prime minister, somebody in government, somebody with authority over the people, okay? Put in place to serve the people, not oppress the people. I rule the world. Beautiful song, Nas. I free all my sons. I'm hearing God is reminding people who's in control here, who really is the ruler, who really is the king. Okay, the kings of the land are going to see the real king. Okay? The real leader, the real boss, sovereign God. I'm hearing a lot of people are going to become a believer after a situation here. It's going to be so glorious that they cannot deny the true and living God anymore. We have, for a voice declareth from Dan, and published affliction from Mount Ephraim. Okay, these tribes might be relevant. Okay, this is taken from Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 15. Okay, again, 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. Another completion. Okay, judgment, completed judgment. Judgment is about to be completed, if you want to look at it like that. Okay, for somebody here, some ruler here. Okay, they are not generous. Okay, but somebody else in this energy is generous. Okay, maybe a new royal leader is coming in that's going to be generous and kind, that's actually for the people. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. This is a confirmation. I'm going to definitely do a deeper prayer for going to bed, asking for something, because this is the second time. This came out in the last reading. The last one was ask and ye shall receive. Okay, and this is just the same thing. So the other one was probably from Luke. This one's from Matthew. Somebody needs to pray more and believe what it is you're asking for. Okay, simple as that. Somebody's name could be Matthew. Okay, somebody's on the road to royalty, which makes sense because we have majestic you are over here. Okay, you're flourishing. All right, I'm getting somebody who's really just exceptionally smart, wise, understanding. You could be a student, you could be a teacher, any kind of intellectual, you know, studious on your own terms. You know, you could be an erudite, or again, just like a student of the Lord, and you're just getting information, just knowledge from above. Okay, so you're in a divine classroom here. Okay, maybe you learn in your sleep, so you need to get sleep so you could get these downloads for somebody here. Okay, so sleep affects something here. Okay, again, you're on the road to royalty. Something about seahorse here, but this just gives me royal vibes again. The seahorse stands out a bit. It's kind of unique. It has a real unique shape. Okay, but it's almost like, I don't know, there's a calling for respect with the seahorse for some reason. I see a seahorse and I know not to make fun of the seahorse, even though, again, there's something unique about it. But there's an intimidation because of this uniqueness. Okay, there's something really majestic about the seahorse. Yeah. I'm gonna see what else comes to me with this. No way. How did this get back in here? Didn't I say we already used this? Was this written before? This is a duplicate. Should I check to confirm on camera to show you that I'm not a liar? Because no lie shall be found in Israel, and I serve the true and living God, the Most High God of Israel. Okay, I cannot make this up. I don't know how we're coming across this card again, but there's going to be some public service announcement that's going to shock. I don't know if it's like a lot of people, the world says, because we have if I rule the world here, or just this person who received a word of knowledge. Okay, thanks to the courtesy and generosity of somebody that saw something. Okay, so a seer, a psychic, there's somebody who foreshadowed, foresaw, or who could foresee. I don't know where the notes went, but maybe that means I should just wrap it up. Road to royalty, though, for whoever it is you are, whatever it is that you predicted, because it's about to be announced. Okay, something you predicted is about to be announced. It's going to flourish. It's going to spread. Okay, somehow it might draw light on somebody who's you know, into that kind of stuff, the occult, into secret societies. That's what that gives me. Okay, somebody who could have gotten a memo of sorts, or corresponded, some kind of communication, and then went to consult with a witch doctor for confirmation, and it was confirmed that whatever was written to somebody is actually so. And I think this is what made somebody shriek. Here's the thing. I think this is what made somebody let out a groan, a loud sound. So maybe this dark practitioner witnessed this person have some kind of breakdown after hearing some confirming news. Okay, we're going to hear some confirming news very soon. Very soon. About this is a unique situation, a unique person. Okay, this person could go by his highness, her highness, or is just royalty themselves. Okay, so I know a lot of people like to call people queens or king of this, or king of rap, king of pop, king. Okay, so it's somebody who has a royal salutation. Okay, that's what I'm also getting. Something about the sea. Yes, seahorses from the sea, but I'm being told to just focus on sea. Okay. So I don't know if somebody's going to pass at sea. I know Titanic did channel earlier, a few days ago. Okay. Someone's going to fall off a high horse and fall into deep waters. I'm also getting that. But this public service announcement is sure. Wow, 51 minutes. Tamika. And it's going to have, maybe many people are going to be in some kind of sorrow and pain by this news, whatever's going to be announced. Maybe many people are going to be lamenting. That word is coming through, okay? So some kind of lamentation, okay? I know a lot about death has been coming out that somebody is going to pass. So I guess we could look out for that. Okay, I see a lot of people crying out. So this could be an actual gathering, like a funeral, okay? A celebration of life. I do see a lot of crying out here. This is a divine revelation, okay? I don't like to share news like this, but I've already disclosed who I am in service of. So don't shoot the messenger, please. Somebody who's faking the funk is about to fall off their high horse and end up in deep waters. They're gonna plummet, they're gonna tank. King of Pentacles in reverse. Didn't I just say somebody who was on the road to royalty, who thought they were so majestic, thought everything was flourishing, got a warning that if you don't change your ways, if you don't stop what it is you're doing and start, you know, conforming back to the ways of your maker, to the laws of God, this is what would happen. And they're going to see that God is no joke. God is not mocked. Whatsoever you sow, that will reap. You will reap what you sow. It will flourish. It will come to pass. Okay? For a voice declareth from Dan, and published affliction from Mount Ephraim. That just tells me that this person was told more than once. Okay. Okay, let me wrap this up. Maybe I just need this two. Two came out. The King of Pentacles showed itself in reverse, and one is turned down. So maybe the Spirit wants to surprise me with that one. Lovers on the bottom of the deck. I'm not gonna say what I usually say. I'll get back to that. Let's see what came out here. I'm gonna leave the card that's turned downward for now because two came showing itself. So let me look at what is visible to the eye okay, before I uncover something, look beneath the surface. Okay, that's what I'm being told, to leave that one. So we have it's a lot of cups. I cannot read that. 4 of cups and 5 of cups. 4 plus 5 is a 9. This is judgment. Look at what they're getting for their judgment. Okay? Not just sadness and despair, but they're going to watch things turn over, fall apart. Everything that they built crumbled. Okay? They're going to lose something that's very dear to them here. Okay? The number 4 might be relevant. Okay? 5 might be relevant too, but 4 is standing out. Okay, so somebody stands on 4s. Okay, so somebody could have a pet here. Stands on 4s. What does that mean? I'll check that out after. Okay, but somebody's going to be disappointed in an outcome. Disappointed that what they were told was actually true. Disappointed with what they're being served, which is karma. Because you cannot mock God. Let's see the last card here. Let me show you the King of Pentacles that came out in reverse. Okay, so a rich man's going down. Okay, a rich man's about to lose his riches. Okay, the last card is death. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why did you do this to me, my Lord? Why did you set me up like this? Why did you do this? Somebody's punishment, somebody's judgment is death. 2 lovers are being split apart here. Again, the number 4 might be relevant here. King of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. This is so much emotions here. The 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Why did you do this to me? Why did I have to be the one to come in with this message? Like, I don't know why I'm reacting this way. It's like I've been getting the messages, but I'm following orders here. Like, I heard 1 page at a time. And then with the cards, you don't know what's going to come out with that. With the oracle deck that I made, that was divinely guided to make. Wrote down words that I was led to write down. Heard clairaudiently to write down. And tarot I use just to see if everything is in sync, that I'm aligned, that I'm not out of my mind. So I saw this coming, but I didn't expect it to come so soon. I didn't expect to have such a clear confirmation. I didn't expect to hear this news. It's going to be emotional. I'm going to end it here. A lot of people are going to cry. But one person in particular is going to moan and groan. This is the deepest blow. This is the deepest pain they've ever felt. And there's nothing they could do about it. And this is God showing this person that you really have no power. You thought you were powerful. But there's nothing you could do to stop this, to fix this, to turn this around. This is final judgment. So many 9s presented itself, 9s and 10s. And 9s and 10s, it's back to 10 again. The cycle is over. The cycle is over. Somebody could have been with somebody since they're really young. Somebody feels like they might want to take themselves out after this. Okay, but for somebody else, it's going to be beneficial. This pain for somebody else, like somebody else's pain is your gain. That came out before too, not in that way, but to that effect. That somebody's downfall is somebody's come up. Somebody's gonna benefit or inherit something. Okay. But whatever this is God's justice. This is divine justice. I'm gonna end it here, guys and gals and everyone else in between. Man, oh man, just prepare yourself. This might have to do with New York, something in New York, because I'm looking at If I Rule the World, Nas. I know Nas is out of Queens, New York, but this might have to do with the Queen, because remember I said somebody has like, somebody wants to be addressed as Queen or Your Highness, Her Highness. These are royals here. This couple. But it's going to be a loss. Let me stop here. My. If you made it to the end, it's meant to be, okay? Please show some support by liking the video. If you haven't subscribed and you like the vibe, click that button. Turn on your notification bell because I have lots of messages to share. And if you catch them in order, consecutive order, they make more sense, okay? So turn on the bell so you don't miss an upload, because I have more to share going forward and even going backward, okay? Take good care of yourselves. Again, if I didn't say it, or if I did, love you. Bye.